Hello, my name is Irra Ariella Khi, and I'm the CEO of vChain Technology and the winner of not one but two amazing UKBAA Awards. We submitted a nomination for UKBAA because vChain raised money primarily through angel investors for both our first ever round and also our second round of financing. It's really key for me and for vChain to celebrate the angel investors in our team, but also to recognize that without them we wouldn't be where we are today. So we lent very heavily on our angel investors for advice, not just financial support, but also mentorship. And going forward, we thought it would be a fantastic thing to try and win something. And we were actually nominated by one of our angel investors who said, look, you must look at that. And it's been life-changing and quite wonderful. So we're very glad that we did. After winning the first UKBAA award as High Growth Female Founder, I felt it was a much needed recognition of kind of the really tough work that you put in as a founder that's not often talked about. And to recognize that is very rare. You kind of are used as a founder to be head down, get on with it, don't celebrate things, don't recognize yourself. And that's what it takes, and that's okay. But it really gave us pause to reflect and say, I got recognized for this. This is really quite good. And it actually lent credibility for me as a founder to go out and do more fundraising activity. And then winning the UKBAA Best Disruptive Tech Award was a real watershed moment for us because we were right in the middle of a financing round. And actually, this is a true story. Someone on my table said, if you win this, I want to angel invest in your business in this round. And I did win this, and he did angel invest. So it's been a phenomenal way to credentialize yourself in the industry, to raise awareness of your work, what you stand for and what you do, and of course, ultimately, to raise finance, which you must have to keep the lights on and pay your team. From my perspective, the business angels who work with me personally as a founder and CEO and who work with vChain are absolutely instrumental in where we are today. I think the first 5 to 10 individuals that angel invested in us are pretty much the reason that we're here. The first check you ever get is always an exciting thing, and more likely than not, it is an angel investor check. And for us, we truly wouldn't have been able to have the opportunity to form this business, shape the proposition, or even get close to getting any of the extraordinary clients that we have today had it not been for that early financial support, but also business mentoring. All of the angel investors that I had in the first round are seasoned entrepreneurs. They're operational, they're very aware of the difficulties. And as a founder, there's all these unknown unknowns. And business angels are often there to actually advise you and mentor you through these difficult stages when you're chief doer or whatever it takes, and you're doing all hours. And I think without them, it would have been a much more lonely road and definitely a more difficult one. I would say if you want to apply for the UKBAA Awards, give it a lot of time and a lot of thought. These awards clearly celebrate effort and achievement as a result of a lot of work, and you have to have the ability to create an application that really sets out the scope of what you're doing, why it's meaningful, why it's worthwhile, and how you've lent on your business angel network for support and for mentorship, as well as financial, impact. I have 3 extraordinary angel investors in the business, 4 now after the last round. And there was a lot of time that I was thinking during my application to UKBAA, how do I call out the diversity and the different angles of, work that these business angels in particularly have contributed to in my journey and our team's journey with vChain. So my advice definitely is take your time. And I know it sounds silly, you're a founder with no time, but this is meaningful. It will pay back in more ways than one. It will help with not just credibility, but also investor relations, being able to raise extra finance and being able to engage with the investor community in a very meaningful, very direct way. It's a very small world. Angel investment is a tiny world. And if you want to do well here, this is definitely something I'd recommend doing.